Now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, exclusively here as always on the Casa D18 Studios channel. I, of course, am your host, the Renegade JJ Williams, and it's time to begin our final week of movies set in school. And we're going to college all week, specifically National Lampoon college films. And we're going to kick things off with the classic National Lampoon's Animal House, starring John Belushi, Tim Matheson, Tom Hulce, Stephen Furst, Bruce McGill, Karen Allen, Mark Metcalf, Kevin Bacon, Martha Smith, and Mary Louise Weller. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me here once again for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. And as I said in the introduction, we're beginning our last week of school movies, our last week of back to school month, and we're going to be going to college with National Lampoon all week long. Today it's going to be National Lampoon's Animal House, Wednesday, National Lampoon's Dorm Days, and on Friday, National Lampoon's Dorm Days 2, Semester at Sea. I know, movie with one sequel I could have done, but it's a college school movie that I had to break out because I love them so much. But I digress. We're here today to discuss Animal House, and as our movie opens, it is the fall of 1962 as Faber College freshmen Larry Kroger and Kent Dorfman seek to pledge a fraternity. After they are unable to fit in at the prestigious Omega Theta Pi house, Kent suggests that they visit the Delta Tau Chi house next door, as he is a legacy pledge and cannot be turned down because his older brother Fred was a member. They are welcomed to the house by John Bluto Blutarski, and they proceed to meet the other members of the Deltas, including Daniel Simpson Day, or D Day, Chapter President Robert Hoover, Eric Otter Stratton, and Otter's best friend Donald Boone Schoenstein and his girlfriend Katie. Kroger and Dorfman are both invited to pledge, and Bluto, the Delta's sergeant at arms, gives them their fraternity nicknames, Pinto and Flounder, respectively. Now, Dean Vernon Warmer wants to remove the Deltas, who are already on probation due to various campus conduct violations and an abysmal academic standing. Invoking his emergency authority, Warmer places the Deltas on double secret probation and directs the Omega president, Greg Marmalard, to find a method to permanently remove the Deltas from the school. Various incidents further increase the Dean's and the Omega's animosity towards the Deltas, including the prank related accidental death of a horse belonging to Omega member and ROTC cadet commander Douglas C. Niedermeyer, as well as Otter flirting with Marmalard's girlfriend, Mandy Pepperidge. When Bluto and D-Day steal the answers to an upcoming test, unaware that the Omegas have switched the mimeograph negative for the exam, the Deltas all fail and their grade point averages drop so low that Warmer is able to tell them that he only needs one more incident in order to revoke their club charter. To cheer themselves up, the Deltas organize a toga party and bring in Otis Day and the Knights to provide live music. Warmer's wife, Marion, attends at Otter's invitation. Pinto hooks up with Clorette, a cashier that he meets at the supermarket. They make out until she passes out drunk. Then Pinto takes her home in a shopping cart and discovers that she is the mayor's underage daughter. Outraged by Marion's escapades and with the mayor threatening personal violence, Wormer organizes a hearing and revokes the Delta's charter. In order to clear their heads, Otter, Boone, Flounder, and Pinto go on a road trip in Fred's car. Otter picks up 4 young women from the Emily Dickinson College as dates for himself and the fellow Deltas by posing as Frank Lyman, the fiance of a college student who died in a recent explosion. They stop at a roadhouse bar where the Knights are performing, ignoring its exclusively African American clientele. When a couple of hulking patrons intimidate the Deltas, they flee, abandoning their dates and damaging their car. Later, Mamallard and the other Omegas lure Otter to a motel and beat him up after Mandy's best friend, Barbara Sue Jansen, or Babs, fabricates an affair between Mandy and Otter. Due to the Delta's dismal midterm grade, Wormer ecstatically expels them, having already notified their local draft boards that they have lost their student determinants and are now eligible for military service. After Bluto rallies the despondent Deltas with an impassioned speech, they all decide to get revenge on Wormer, the Omegas, and the college at the annual homecoming parade. D-Day converts Fred's damaged car into an armored vehicle, which they conceal inside of a cake-shaped breakaway float, and they sneak into the parade. The Deltas then sabotage all aspects of the parade and drive through the viewing stand. As chaos ensues, the futures of several of the characters in the movie are revealed. Most of the Deltas end up becoming respectable professionals, while the Omegas and their other adversaries suffer less fortunate outcomes as our movie comes to its close. I'm probably going to catch some shit for this. Animal House was good, but it's not great. I don't get the hype for the movie that it gets. If this had been the first National Lampoon movie I'd ever seen, I probably wouldn't check out any of their other stuff. Thankfully, it wasn't. Actually, this was the first time I ever watched it from start to finish, was to review it for you guys here today. I'd never seen it before. The only part of it I had ever seen before was the Otis Day and the Knights performance of Shout, which used to be used for the Long Beach Ice Dogs games down at the Long Beach Arena in Long Beach, California, where I used to work security and actually was the locker room, I guess you could say, supervisor for the Ice Dogs team. We used to play that during one of the intermission periods every single game. So I knew that performance. I knew that was from Animal House because obviously you see Belushi in the performance in his toga. You know it's from that scene. Other than that, I knew nothing about this movie. And again, it was good. I did enjoy it. But is it the movie that I would put on for repeated viewings? No. It's not quite a once and done, but it's definitely a few and far between, if that makes any sense. Like, I can't watch it all the time like I can Ferris Bueller, which you can see my review of up here if you haven't seen already. It's not a movie I can watch all the time like I can Mean Girls, which again, you can catch my review of from this month if you haven't seen it already. It doesn't fall into that kind of category. But I wouldn't be opposed to rewatching it, just not so soon since I just watched it. I did enjoy John Belushi as Bluto in it. I enjoyed Tim Matheson. I enjoyed Kevin Bacon in a very early role. You know, I did enjoy seeing some of these people who I've grown up with and seen in a number of other roles, but it it doesn't have the repeat viewing appeal for me that Fast Times at Ridgemont High does. Another movie which I saw for the first time this month, and I'll link that review up here as well if you haven't seen my review for it yet. For me, Animal House kind of fits into the category that I put Up into, where it was so overhyped for me, where I sat there and I watched it and I was just like, eh, it was all right, but it wasn't what it was made out to be. Again, you may think I'm crazy, you may think I'm full of shit, but let's have our discussions about it in the comment box. When it comes to my rating for Animal House, I'm going to give it 2 out of 5 stars. Again, think I'm crazy, think I'm full of shit? Let's talk about it. You can leave your comments over here if you're watching the premiere, or if you're watching on demand later in the day, leave your thoughts and comments down here. I will respond to you. I will get back to you as long as you come at me in a respectful, constructive criticism way. If you come at me ripping me to shit for my opinion, I'm not going to respond. But you guys know I love conversating with you. I love replying to comments in the comment box. I love engaging and having that interaction with you. So come at me respectfully if you think I'm wrong about this. We can have a conversation in the chat box. Hell, maybe we can even do a video with me and you if you've got such a strong opinion about this movie, and we can have a back and forth about it that we can put up here on the channel as well. Maybe that can be something we can look at down the road. But leave your thoughts and comments below. And make sure you guys tune in tomorrow, right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, as Mike Caldwell once again opens up the doors to Stat Boys Sports Bar, featuring Dory Lou. That's right, the food is hot, the beer is ice cold, the stools are warm, so pull up a seat and engage in sports conversation for the week as Stat Boy and Dory Lou bring on their regular guests, Josh Mansfield, Big G, whoever else they decide to have join them for the day. You're not going to want to miss out on that right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel with another brand new episode of Stat Boy Sports Bar. To all my loyal fans and viewers out there, thank you for tuning in and joining me here today. I greatly appreciate it. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure that notification bell is turned on. That way you're alerted anytime a movie review or any other video drops right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel. That way you're notified anytime we go live right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, as we do for open mic night and watch alongs. Make sure you share this video with your family, friends, loved ones, co-workers, movie fanatics you know, cinephiles, fans of John Belushi, fans of Tim Matheson, fans of Tom Hulse or Kevin Bacon, fans of Saturday Night Live, anybody you can think of that would enjoy this movie review and this video, share it with them. It's the only way we're going to boost up my visibility in YouTube's algorithms so I can eventually get monetized and make some money by the end of the year. Thank you once again to everyone who tuned in today. It means more to me than you'll ever know. And I will see you guys next time.